Donde no hay lucha, no hay fuerza. It is here. This is a special moment. I kind of connected this quote right now to the beginning of this journey, as in my self-help. Because, before this, I struggled with, I don't know if I should call it depression, because it was undiagnosed, but it was really hard. I had a lot of life-ending thoughts. So when I came out of this point and I decided to change my internal dialogue, I went, you know what? I'm not gonna let my thoughts kill me. Damn it. If I don't have any friends, the only thing that I'm interacting with, I want it to be my friend. So I started to counteract these phrases, these attacks on myself, of self-hatred, of deprecation, of blaming myself. And I was like, you know what? Not really, and I'm gonna show you otherwise. So right now, connecting it with this, the beginning, the quote that I made for myself. No time to be weak. No time to let these thoughts get power over me. Where there's no fight, there's no strength. Strength, I believe, comes from the fact that you decided to do something on top of it, on top of a pain. And this talks a lot about yourself, self-control, self-help, self-improvement, growth, motivation. It's like a relationship with the mirror. Because there's something that you are receiving. It's still you, but you are receiving it as if you were another part of yourself. And there's something in your control that you can do after that. You aren't weak. The music that you hear, the movies that you watch, the people that you listen to, your mind is like averaging it all. And then it throws it at you, reflecting what you received. It adopts outer manners. I really wish there was like an experiment of when young people who have never ever been taught to applaud at something they like, when they see something spectacular, something magical that surprises them, would they naturally applaud? They would probably make like other type of noises, or they could get excited and jump. But we adapt societal norms that just make us be some way. So in myself, I noticed. And then I knew it was something that I had to change. I couldn't just be a part of it. And a note about music. Music can be so helpful in helping you process your emotions, because somebody else is like saying the things and you're like, yes, I've always felt that. And it is liberating in a way. But in the end of the day, it still isn't you who's saying those things. If you overhear these songs over and over again, because they will always be hitting you, you can start taking it really personal and again reflect it. And actually, I heard something that backs me up. Go check Huberman Labs podcast. There must be an episode that talks about music. In that episode, Andrew Huberman, he's a neuroscientist, he talks about papers that he read that our brains actually match the vibrational patterns in music. Music changes us. We become the music. It's very, very important for our generation, for youth, for you and me, to know that this is happening, to know that this is affecting us, to be aware of what we're feeding ourselves, our bodies, our digestive systems, our brains, our heart, our spirit with. I'm asking you, you can write it in the comments. What are the 3 last songs that you heard? I think it's fun to, I love music, but I'm just careful with it because of how much I love music and how deeply I feel it, that I become it, that I need a separation from it. When you catch yourself repeating the same phrases that you heard, the same way of speech, the same order of thoughts, stop and ask, is this helping you? Is this really you? Is this really coming out from you? And if not, who is it coming from? Where is it coming from? What is it coming from? Then it becomes so interesting. There's a really different type of conversation from this mirror that is going to be happening. It is a conversation rather than just some radio noise that the other side of the mirror is projecting onto you and you have no response or control over it. Especially if it's bothering you, especially if it's hurting you, especially if it's telling you that you're not worth it, that you should hate yourself, especially if it's hateful in general towards you, towards others. Does hate do anything good for the world? Really? Hate separates us. It divides us, it polarizes us. It makes us feel misunderstood and we misunderstand others. The more time that you put in to these radio noises, in the radio itself that you are amplifying with your own voice towards you, you will think you belong there. You will think, and because of what you're seeing in the mirror, you will think that is you. And of course, you can learn a lot from this response that your body gives you. Like, you can say, okay, I do agree with this part. I have felt the same, but maybe my own answer isn't the same. Maybe I don't want to be a man. Maybe I'm just completely in conform with societal norms. From here, what we should be doing is pushing our own strength instead. Letting the other side of the mirror explore. Letting it create its own thoughts, its own voice. Do not lose your voice in trying to replicate others. So what's a way that you could push your strength instead? There's two bodies when you're looking at the mirror. There's the reflection, which behind it, it's this radio, and this is just radio noise. And the you that can move, that is seeing yourself in the mirror. And you are free-handed. You can go and turn off that radio. You can go and analyze, where are the signals that I'm receiving coming from? Once you know that you have control over this, it's really rare to want to go and decide what's hurting you, because you will, replicate it. So instead, you go and choose what's good for you. Things that empower you, things that make you feel supported, people who you feel loved by. You will start choosing activities, hobbies, foods, music, objects, surroundings that make you feel good, that make you feel refreshed, ready and joyful for life. It really depends about you. I, for example, like to listen to rage music before an exercise session. It's all about using something to transform it into an action in your life. Nothing is necessarily good or bad. We just reflect, we just react, we're just creating a story. Every part of the story is equally important. The way you transform things, this mirror is unique to you. But still, when you unplug this noise and open the channel through which it's you, your essence, the one that you've had since you were born, since you were a child, the way you expressed, it will be just neutral. There's so much beauty about neutrality, because it's a space where you can create whatever you want. Anything you can think of. You can start a different type of relationship with this mirror. It's like having a friend instead of an enemy. A friend who's telling you things that are making you laugh instead of making you cry. A friend that's asking you how you feel instead of telling you ugly things about yourself that will make you feel bad, or telling you how others are being and how you aren't that. You know what's a friend? Someone who's genuinely interested in taking care of you, in knowing about you, discovering things, in not judging you. That's what it becomes. A non-judgmental friend. As soon as you know that there's nothing you should cover about yourself, there's nothing you should put on top of this company. For myself, I'm just silly when I'm myself. I joke around a lot. You find how you really are. So there's no radio or noise or music or other people's opinions that you really need to care about, because you suddenly don't want to cover it anymore. Why should you in the first place? There's nothing to hide. This is beautiful. This is your life. As I said, each person transforms inputs into outputs in very different ways. We're very different algebra expressions. They all take different forms, and we're still useful. It's just you. So allow yourself to take the form that you are without comparing yourself to others, because this is yours and nobody else can tell you what you are. Even you cannot ask yourself, what am I? I don't know, the other day I was thinking about this, and before sleeping, it was so strange. I went to my bed, I was laying there, imagine me here, just thinking, what is a lion? What is a lion? See, this is myself, this is me, the one that just asks questions and gets passionate about the dumbest shit in the world. That is me. The point here is, any words you use are invented. Yeah, what's a lion? It's a mammal. Okay, yeah, but that isn't the lion. That is the category the lion is on. What is a lion? Okay, the lion has these characteristics. It is, I don't know, yellow and orange, but it can also be, no, but what is a lion? And the lion still is when you don't see it. The lion still is without a name. The lion still is if you call it leon, lion. So take off the cover. Take it off. Take off the definition of you. Just be.